Hello everybody, Shalom Ubracha, I hope all is well. We have now reached Yesod Shebeyesod with regards to the Sfiras HaOmer. This has to do with the Hamshacha of Chasadim, not with the Hamshacha of Mochin. All throughout the Omer, we have been drawing down Chasadim to Zer Anpin. And of course, within Zer Anpin, it has its 6 midos and Malchus. So far we've drawn Chasadim to Chesed, and to Gvura, and to Tiferes, Netzach, Hoid, and now we've been drawing down to Yesod, and here today Malchus has reached Yesod Shebeyesod of Zer Anpin, and tonight we will reach Malchus of Yesod of Zer Anpin. And that has to do again with the Chasadim of Zer Anpin. So because of this, it's important to stop for a moment and talk about Yesod Shebeyesod. This is especially important when it comes to knowing Seidos HaTorah. Reb Yaakov Abuchatzeira explained in his Sefer Maglei Tzedek that Shmiras Habris is a Tanai for Yedias Seidos HaTorah. That when a person has Kedushas Habris, HaKadosh Baruch Hu reveals to him Seidos HaTorah. And this is what we say in Tachnun, Seid Hashem li'reiav, uvriso lehodiyam. People that retain the kedusha of the bris, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is megala to them Seidos HaTorah. Let's focus on the positive. How do we perfect our midas yesod? For this, we must consider those who are known to attain this midah in the highest form. We could find this midah in the tzaddikim which came from the Abuchatzeira family, as is known particularly from Reb Yaakov Abuchatzeira, all the way down to his great-great-grandson, Reb Elazar Abuchatzeira. Reb Elazar, who passed away only a few years ago, exemplified this midah greatly. Reb Elazar Abuchatzeira Zechroni Levracha once spoke about his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. He said that they became very popular because of the power of their brachos. The power of their brachos. Their brachos were always accepted by Hashem. He mentioned that in order for a bracha to take fruit, the person needs to go up in their levels of kedusha. If a person doesn't go up in their levels of kedusha by being mekadesh themselves, and their machshava, their dibur, or maisa, it's impossible for their brachos to really make an impact. The tzaddik's brachos help because he's close to the Shechina. Even though we say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Sheichen Itam B'Seich Tumasam, Hashem is always with us, whether we're Tar or Tameh, nevertheless, Reb Elazar explained that this was not the case necessarily when it came to Kedushas HaYesod. Now, his great-great-grandfather, Reb Yaakov Abuchatzeira, explained that the Kedusha of Midas Yesod is called Yesod HaYesodos. Like today's day of Sfiras HaOmer is Yesod Shebeyesod. Rabbi Yaakov Abuchatzeira explained that Kedushas HaYesod is Yesod HaYesodos. And as its name suggests, it's the Yesod. If a person retains its Kedusha, the whole person is Niskadish. Similar to building the foundation of a building. If the foundation is good, the building will stand. Rabbi Yaakov Abuchatzeira explained that the Kedusha of Midas Yesod has an impact on all of the Kedusha we draw down in our mitzvos. So therefore, not being careful with this midah, chas v'shalom, prevents kedusha from being enclosed, being the slavish, and everything that we do. So the one who retains this kedusha is called tzaddik. As the pasuk says, tzaddik yesod olam. And Reb Yaakov Abuchatzeira explained, who is called a tzaddik? Someone who is able to retain the kedusha of midas yesod, the kedusha of the bris. So how do we spiritually cleanse ourselves and clear any clouds that may have formed around Kedushas HaBris? So one way is by saying Kriyas Shema Sha'alamita with Kavana and Teshuvah. This can scatter any blockage which may have gathered in Shamayim around us. The Arizal also revealed powerful yichudim that we can do every night to vitalize and restore this koyach. In upcoming shiurim, we'll go through some of these yichudim that are thought about by Kriyas Shema Sha'alamita. Sometimes Sfiras Habina, Ima, can be affected. So how can we be metakin Ima? So really, in truth, Ima, which is Sfiras Bina, draws koach from Abba, which is Chachma. If we can draw a koach from Yesod of Abba, it'll automatically be metaking the sphere of Bina. And that's through Limud HaTorah. Rabbi Yaakov Abuchatzeira explained that through Limud HaTorah, we can draw a koach from Yesod of Abba to Yesod of Bina. And finally, it says in the Sefer Chesed LaAvram from Rabbi Avraham Azulai, Zichronu Livracha, that Kedushas HaBris is also tali b'Kedushas HaPeh. If we keep our mouth kadosh, then it'll aid in keeping the kedusha of the bris. Reb Elazar Abuchatzeira, Zichronu Livracha, while talking about the kedusha during the days of Shavim, he said that in our generation, people are very weak, and it's hard for us to fast the same types of fasts that were done in the past to be mitakein any pagam. But he said that we have something which helps a lot, and it's in place of tainus even, and that is shmiras hapeh. Shmiras hapeh, from speaking lashon hara and devarim betelim, can greatly have an impact on the midah of Yesod. And finally, the last thing to mention is that tomorrow night we enter into our last week of Sfiras HaOmer, and this means that we're heading to the stage which is called Tiferes and Malchus of Chabad Chag Tam. In other words, the Mochen was drawn down in 7 stages. The first week was Maya Chachma, second was Bina, third was Chsadim of Das, the fourth was Gevuras of Das, the fifth is Chesed, the sixth is Gevura, and now we're holding by the 7th week, which is Tiferes and Malchus. So that's the Tam stage of Chabad Chag Tam. Chabad Chag Tam is the siman for every week, and every one of Chabad Chag Tam has its stages of what? Chabad Chag Tam. And so since this is the 7th week that's coming up, we're entering the stage of Tiferes and Malchus, drawing down Mochen to Tiferes and Malchus. So that means while we're drawing Mochen to Tiferes and Malchus, we will draw it every night to one of the stages of Chabad Chag Tam. And as we mentioned before, while we draw Mochen to every stage of Chabad Chag Tam, we have to know that every night is also another darga of Mochen. The first night is Gadlus Rishon of Yisrael Saba. The second night, Gadlus Rishon of Tivuna. The third night, Katnus Sheni of Abba and Ima. The fourth night, Gadlus Sheni of Ima. The fifth night, Katnus Rishon of Yisrael Saba and Tivuna. The fifth night, we draw down the lowest level of Mochen. And then the sixth night, we begin to draw down Gadlus Sheni of Abba, a ha'ara of Gadlus Sheni of Abba. And then finally, the 7th night of this upcoming week, we will draw Gadlus Sheni in full of Abba. So those are the 7 stages of Mochen that are being drawn every night. And every night, where does it go? To Chabad Chag Tam. And what week are we in? The Tiferes and Malchus of Chabad Chag Tam.